bone broth. I don't know anything that like feels better in the body to eat. It's so great for the gut. It makes me feel so full of life and vitality. And when I make bone broth, I often name the batch because this was my friend Brian, who is going through chemo. Anyway, we put a lot of love in it. So what goes into it? First of all, you can see I'm a chicken enthusiast. Sorry, vegans, look away. So over the last couple of months, every time we make a sizzling everyday roast chicken breast or roasted chicken, the bones go into the freezer, to get ready for today. And the first thing we're going to do, and by the way, I'm going to tell you it soon about the secret ingredient. Why is my bone broth so much better than like ones that you can get out? Because it's like so delicious, you can't believe it. So we're going to take all of these and we're going to put some vegetables with it and salt and bay leaves and all the good stuff. Some of it's going to go in the pot. Some of it's going to get roasted. We're going to take you on a step-by-step. Let's go. So on these trays that I'm going to roast, and these have already been roasted, they've been salted, so we want to be careful with the amount of salt we use because this probably has plenty. We'll put a bit of salt in the big pot of soup. You'll see, don't worry. And then in the end, we'll salt it because it's going to be cooking for like 24 hours. So let's get this all set up and let me show you what to do with some of the new bones. So these have never been cooked. And what happens is sometimes I didn't think I had enough bones. Guess what? I was wrong. So I got these at the store. And when you can get chicken wings, chicken backs, chicken feet, it's lovely. And then they had these beautiful bones. So what I'm going to do in this case is a bit of salt because these have never been salted. And you can see I've got my carrot, I've got my parsnip, I've got my onion, put that all on there. I'm going to put a bit of olive oil because these haven't been roasted before. Oops. And then we're going to get this all roasting up and we're going to show you what it looks like. So here they are. I want to take them out. They look beautiful. The ones on top are going to be more done than the ones on bottom. So what I'm going to do here is I've already added some ones that are browned and beautiful. Let's go ahead and add in there. And then don't worry, we're going to get this lovely, whatever this loveliness on the bottom, we're going to get that too. Now, I don't normally do additional bones like this, but today I didn't think that we had enough. Now, when I got home, I found out we actually had enough. But it's a great idea of how to extend it, and I love these beautiful bones. And I added the chicken feet. Now, one thing you can do is put the chicken feet directly in this soup part of it and not roast it. But roasting it does give some additional beautiful flavor. So what I'm going to do is add all of this, and then I'll show you what happens next. So because these weren't cooked before, you can see all this beautiful fat, which is going to be part of it, and we want it, quite frankly. And I'm going to be sure to add that, but don't worry because I'm going to deglaze the pan also. So whatever chicken wasn't really browned went back in, and now it's like for another 10 minutes, and look at it, it's perfect. We think the browner the better. And let's just get this in the soup, and I cannot wait. You can't believe how good this smells. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. What you want to do is grab some of this lovely broth here from the stock pot, and now we're going to deglaze the pan. We've already put it in here, and then you just want to scrape, and I would say scrape with a wood spoon. It's heated underneath here, and we just want to keep scraping until we get all the good stuff. So all that we got off, that's magic, by the way. And let's get it here in the pot. It's going to add to all the goodness. Now, you might say this is a lot of effort. This is a lot of effort, but to have like amazing health, amazing food, sometimes it requires a lot of effort. And for me, there's nothing I like more than having bone broth every day, so I'm worth it. So it's been going for about 5 hours. Look at that. I don't like to boil it like crazy. I just like to cook it really slowly. And then tonight, I'm going to put it in my oven overnight, finish it some in the morning, and then I'm going to show you how to drain, strain, and retain. Kind of a big deal. But in the meantime, it's really hot. You can always just take a little sip. So this is cooked down. It's amazing. And now it's the job of, you want to cool it before you just sort of turn it off and let it sit a bit. Because now we have the job of draining, straining, and retaining. And the way that we do that is we put right in here our bones and our vegetables. And underneath, we've got a bowl that's going to catch the drippings. And in the end, when we get all of that done, we're going to strain it a second time through this. And then we're going to freeze it in 3-cup containers, glass. So let me show you what I mean. You go in and grab. And people are like, oh, is the chicken good to eat? The reality about the chicken is the beautiful flavor has gone into the bone broth. It is what makes the bone broth so lovely. So much of this, no. There is the whole chicken. Oh, look at that color. Isn't that so pretty, Lily? There is the whole chicken, and if you want the whole chicken, there's very little salt in this entire pot, right? I mean, I think I put a teaspoon. You could wait and do that later. You can take that like this, and you can, I'm gonna put this aside, put this over here, and you could decide. But it's basically flavorless because it's all in here. I'm making this batch for my friend Susie, and what I feel like I've done is really put my love, my intention, like when I'm doing this, I'm just thinking about her and I'm sending her like wonderful healing vibes. And I am of the belief that things like prayers really work. And so that's what I'm doing today. So what I want to show you is, because I put this all in here, and I'm going to go ahead and push it down a little, is, see in there? That's, well, amazing. That's what that is. So here we have it. And what we're going to do is this kind of straining in the big colander is one thing, but you want a double mesh strainer like this so that you can really, like a fine mesh strainer, and you pour that through, and it's just a golden, spectacular goodness. Because I'm a lily gilder, which is like overdoing most things, I saved my chicken juices. This was in the freezer. I could have added it at the end of the broth, but I kind of forgot about it. So I'm going to take this, and because it was in the freezer and everything, I want to heat it up. I don't want to just add it cold. I'm going to add a bit of the bone broth, heat it up, and then I'm going to add it to this, and it's going to be just that like extra fabulous richness. So here it is, triple strained, and then chicken jus with the bone broth added up and stirred. And now we're going to put it into the jars.